Okay, so we started. Hi everyone, this is Q Farm Gray, and I am with Kevin Hawkins.
That's me.
We are doing an impromptu, as you've seen, no makeup, no anything. I am here in Springfield, Missouri, on my way to Las Vegas, and I stopped in at Springfield Leather. I've been buying from Springfield Leather for quite a few years. I have a wholesale account here, and it was an opportunity to swing in and say hi, and lo and behold, this guy is here, and we were standing here and meeting for the first time. I've talked to Kevin many times before. I know he doesn't remember me, but that's okay.
Talking about old times.
Talking about old times. Anyway, so as I was talking to Kevin, he's telling me the story. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get this on tape because I think you guys would find this interesting. I feel like I just walked into leather mecca, okay? And I was asking Kevin about his business. Again, this is Springfield Leather. And I said, well, how long have you been doing this and how's business going?
Well, I've been doing it forever, it seems like. But I've been in the leather business for about 45 years, maybe just a little longer. And it's been Springfield Leather here for the past 22, maybe 23 years.
So what were you before Springfield Leather?
Well, I used to work for another leather company. I worked for Tandy Leather, and I worked for them for just almost 25 years, maybe 24 years. Yeah. And when they closed their store chain, I went ahead and asked them if they would sell me this location because it was the largest location in their chain. And it was a good thing. We had a good thing going, and they said, yep, we'll sell it to you. And so I gave them some money, and they gave me this location, and we're here.
Wow, really? So what were you doing for Tandy?
I was a store manager.
Oh.
It was just retail sales and, trying to make their business grow. And we were very successful at it.
Wow. Well, from the looks of it, he's been very successful. And okay, so what we're going to do here, which is walk around the entire store and the back area. The place is huge. When I pulled up, I did not expect this at all. And I'm just like, oh, wow, this is like sort of crazy. And they don't just have leather here. What else do you have?
Oh, gosh. Something for everybody. The big thing that we have in addition to leather is rocks.
Yeah, I noticed that out front. They even have a, what do you call it, a sleuth?
Yes, we have a mining sluice where people come and they can buy a bucket of sand or a bag of sand that has an assortment of gemstones in it. They take it outside, they mine it and sluice it around in their little containers, and they find all kinds of stuff. And I mean to tell you, we sell a bunch of rocks. And people love rocks.
Okay, so what you don't know is our audience are a bunch of rock hounds.
Oh, my. Well, if you ever get a chance, you should come here and visit because, whew.
And we're going to show you when we walk through, but it was funny because, okay, so again, I pull up, and frankly, okay, so this morning as I pull up, I realized I lost my credit card. And I've been digging through, but I found it. I took 10 minutes and I did find it. But as I have my door open and I'm looking for my credit card, what is that noise? Why do I hear water running? I'm looking up like, well, it didn't rain last night. Snow isn't melting. Why is there water running? And it's their sluice that's outside right in front of the store. As I'm walking by, oh, well, that's sort of interesting.
There's a good chance we'll see somebody sluicing.
So what is the most fun thing someone has found in one of those bags of sand?
Oh, gosh, they found everything under the sun in those things. I mean, quartz crystals. I've seen people come out of there with amethyst crystals, that are so big.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many pounds is a bag that you're selling?
Oh, a bag probably weighs maybe 4 pounds.
Oh, okay.
But a bucket is heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And they sell for about $60. And they get a family come through with kids, and they just have a ball.
Well, there you go. There's something for everybody. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and then we're going to, assuming I can turn the camera around. Wait, turn the camera around.
Well,
Hold on.
You're not going to get any help from me.
Wait. Let me see.
Techno dinosaur. This is where we...
Wait. Okay, so we are back at the part of the storefront, and we're just gonna... Okay, go ahead. You can start.
Well, this is the front of our store, and we have people that walk in the door and buy stuff, and we like that.
Yes, if you're a retail store.
We also sell a lot of industrial sewing machines. A lot of people don't know that.
Industrial sewing machines. Because you're going to need that if you're doing leather.
Right. At least some people do. And right now, the only only thing stopping us is it's hard to get them. We've sold more than we have. So we're just working on that to try and keep up. But if we go back this way, we can take a quick jaunt through our mail order warehouse.
Okay, so we're going to follow Kevin to the mail order warehouse. So they're shipping quite a bit every day out of here.
It's a fair amount. A lot of people don't realize. Let me get on the other side of your camera.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize how much leather is actually used. There is a fair bit.
Check that out.
As you can see, really, it's just a drop in the bucket compared to our warehouse. It's about 10 minutes away. We are not going to go there.
No, and it's Saturday. Okay, so what does it say? On Saturday. It's quite busy, of course, because it's Saturday. And lo and behold, I find the owner here. So we were talking, and I said, well, do you still like the business? And he said, it's Saturday, and I'm here. He loves what he does, which is great.
As we go through here, you'll see orders that are packed up with yellow tape. That's kind of a brand of ours. We have people that make yellow tape little movies for us about how glad they are to get their package.
Oh my
yellow
God.
tape on it. And we have our shipping stations here. There's about 8 or 9 of them, I lose count. And as I mentioned earlier, this is our mail order warehouse. We're packing and shipping orders here.
And wait, I see people working here. It's Saturday, and you're still packing and shipping on Saturday.
We are behind always.
You're always behind, and that's why we're here.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and plus these people just love it. We can't keep them away. That was a big lie. But
Wait. I'm sorry, tell me your name.
Chance.
Chance, he just said it's very true. He does love it here. That's why he's on a Saturday, right?
Oh, very true.
Very true. How long have you been here, Chance?
I was basically like raised in the store. I've been around here for a while, but I've been working here for only about like 3 months, give or take.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I love the people here. I love the environment. So it's a fun place.
That's great.
we are kind of a fun place. At least I like to think so.
I feel like you're very family oriented. I don't know why I feel like that.
Extremely.
But I feel like anytime I've ever talked to your people or anything since through the years that I've whatever business I've done, whatever little business I've done here, that's the air that I get.
We're glad of that. Again, this is just part of our mail order warehouse.
And copper chain? What do we have copper chain? For bags?
We just sell stuff.
You just sell stuff.
We find stuff, we buy stuff. This is our purchasing department, and by the end of the day, this place will be filled with boxes that are shipping out. We are the largest supplier of kangaroo lace in this country. So if you need kangaroo lace ever, we're the people to see.
Okay, so wait. Why kangaroo lace? And what is special about kangaroo lace?
Well, kangaroo is extremely tough. It's very durable. It's soft, pliable, and it is the choice of material for braiders. People that braid leather, especially those that show dogs. They want that nice, hangy down, limp leash that's really strong, so they braid it out of kangaroo lace.
Really? So,
Expensive, but
considering I'm a first-time puppy owner,
oh,
literally, we've had Titus for, and everybody in the audience actually knows this, I've had Titus for about 6-7 months now. Are you saying I should be picking up some kangaroo lace to make a leash for him?
I probably wouldn't do that because puppies tend to chew, and until they are trained, don't spend your money on kangaroo.
Okay, so is kangaroo lace more expensive than other lace?
Much more.
Okay.
Yeah, and we import it directly from Australia. We have a good relationship with a vendor over there that tans the skins.
Okay, wait. So speaking of Australia, I have to ask this question. I know you guys are gonna laugh because I'm just gonna ask, but you guys all know this. So do you said you sell everything. So do you have kangaroo testicle coin bags?
Good heavens. No.
Did you have this relationship with the Australians?
Goodness, we did have cane-toed coin purses, though.
Wait, say that again?
Cane-toed
Cane-toed. Oh yeah, I know cane-toed.
coin
Sorry.
purses, but we've sold out of those. We got those from Australia, which they're an invasive species. They're kind of
kind of a difficult thing for them to deal with, so we bought cane toes. They were squash flat, put us in
Okay, so you laugh at my kangaroo testicles, and how do I know what kangaroo testicle coin purse is because I know this Australian opal dealer who comes up every year, and he literally sells opal calves and gemstones, blah, 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 right? And he has a mine and all that good stuff. So you guys know him, and it's Janet Everett Opals. But anyway, so at their booth, they always had these. I know, it's hilarious.
There's plenty of kangaroos. So
There's plenty, yeah. Well, you know, kangaroos are like rodents in Australia, right? But it's just really funny. And it was just something sort of funny that he would put on his table and sell.
I wish I could buy them. I'll have to see if they're not available. One of my sources.
I'm sure you will be able to find them very easily. Yeah, and they would sell here. Hey, you did say you sell everything, so I had to ask.
Oh my. Well,
See, you didn't know what you were going to get getting into this with me, did you?
no, I had no idea.
Oh, somebody put away my leather. Uh-oh.
Pardon?
I had some leather held out. Okay, we'll talk to Ellen about it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure she's taking care of it.
Okay.
This is where the leather orders get filled. So these people don't work on Saturdays. We have they just work through the week.
Okay.
Normally, well, yeah,
Wait a second. Apparently he's wrong.
shows up on Saturday anyway. No, she's in charge of our retail.
Oh, the leather gauge was over here. We used it earlier. It was somewhere over here. Anyway, sorry, I happen to know that.
No, that's okay. And, we've got, there's about 95, there might be 100 people by now that work here. It was 95 a couple of weeks ago, and we're hiring all the time, trying to. So we're shipping out anywhere from 400 to 600 orders a day.
Wow.
Put it in
That's amazing.
This
400 to
is-
600 orders a day in leather goods. So leather is still strong. Okay, so it looks like we're in a belt room.
Well, this is just an overstock area for belt strips and back stock and what have you. Yeah.
This is so cool.
We keep our leather shapes for all the camp crafts and.
Camp crafts? Oh, like, okay, like summer camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, guys. I'm just cruising through here for a minute. But that room is nothing special. It's where we keep all of our overstock liquids.
Overstock
dyes,
liquid.
Glues and finishes.
I need to get some of that before I leave.
That's kind of interesting. That's a neat picture.
Wait, so is this an alligator?
No.
What is this?
That's a fish.
That's a fish.
Well, it was a fish.
It was a fish.
Now it's a big leather.
I'm guessing Indonesia?
Amazon.
Amazon. Oh my gosh, look at that.
It's called Arapaima, or some people call it Arapaima.
Arapaima, Parawaku.
Fish.
It's a, okay, wait, let me see if you get a perspective here. Can you stand next to it?
Stand there.
Yeah, then you get a perspective as how big, see, look how big this thing is. And it's only a half. Wow.
They make boots out of it.
Really? So they make boots. I wonder why they do the scales, because the scales are huge.
Well, they look kind of cool when they're made into a pair of boots.
Yeah, very cool.
That is a big ostrich.
That is a
What
big
they call a
ostrich.
breeder ostrich.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably 22.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Don't let us hold you back. Okay, so I'm following.
So, anyway, that's what that is. This is our customer service area, and normally there's 8 people in the office, but on Saturdays we only have a couple.
Sure. Are you still taking phone calls on Saturdays?
Oh, that's all they do.
That's all they do. Okay.
2 usually here on Saturday, and it doesn't stop.
Wow.
This is our e-commerce area. A lot of folks don't realize we have an Amazon business, we have an Amazon Prime business, we have eBay, Etsy, and Instagram, and Twitch, and some other live venues that we do as well. So we're busy.
You are very busy, and you're only one location, right? And a
Yes,
warehouse.
Yes.
Okay.
These mostly offices to the left. It really isn't anything to see. And our IT department that's currently getting renovated. And
Wow, what is
back here
this?
isn't anything special except some kind of neat pieces of leather.
Kind of neat. This fun dye, look at that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Our conference room where we make decisions and what have you. And you might like this. You might remember this, maybe.
Ah, this is where they do all of their YouTube stuff.
Yeah, if I can get the lights on here.
So you know you can find a lot of tips and tricks and some projects on YouTube under again, this is Springfield Leather Company, and I've seen some of them, and I've seen Kevin on there, of course, and they're really nice. I mean, you learn a lot and lots to do. So this is their
There's old
studio.
ones, there's new ones, and we do live ones every week,
You do a live every week also.
every single week.
And where do you broadcast?
I don't know. I don't quite know what you mean by that.
Like through what? Through YouTube, through
Yes,
Facebook, or
YouTube, I believe YouTube, Facebook. You'd have to ask the smart people about it.
okay.
But we do a live sale every Thursday, and oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff goes out here. It's not uncommon in an hour for us to sell $10,000-$12,000 worth of merchandise.
Wow, that's great.
From behind the table. We had a gentleman here from up north, northwest. He was here most of last week demonstrating how to do one thing and another, and this is what we do. This is where we do it.
That's great.
Our
Very cool.
catalog is produced here and all that.
So all set up, little studio here.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is what we call our production shop. And if you don't know what the machines are, these are hydraulic presses that are kept running all day. And we can, we cut parts for people. There's a lot of leather crafters out there that can stitch parts together, but they can't cut parts out of heavy leather like this.
Right.
So we cut it for them and send them. As a for instance, there's a company in Arkansas that makes a whetstone that comes with a hunting knife. If you go buy a hunting knife, there'll be a little whetstone in there. Well, the whetstone comes in a leather pouch.
Right.
And we make those pouches,
Okay.
20, 30, 40,000 at a time.
Wow.
It's a bunch.
We have 15,000 out of an order.
There you go.
So Helen, if you're watching, this is where we had all of your leather bracelet straps made. So Kevin, this is again years ago, I called him up and he had them produced for you. And this is where all the magic was. So,
I don't know if somebody would like to see something cut, I'd be happy to turn one on and cut something.
oh, I would forget everybody who's watching. I would love to see that. Okay,
Well, we'll get a piece of leather.
back up. So he's gonna cut some leather for us. But look at all these great machines. We're total tool whores watching this. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, wait. Let's see. Look at all those dies.
These are cutting dies for one thing and another. I want to use a real, here's one that's simple. A lot of these dies belong to our customers.
Really?
Yeah.
So they buy the dies and then you cut for them. Bing! Look at that. But look how thick this is.
Yeah, it's kind of handy. And it makes it nice when you need to cut a whole bunch of things.
So what is this one used for?
This was part of a hatchet case.
A hatchet case. Oh, that makes sense. You see the hatchet? So the question is, how much does a die cost to have made? And will you take that order? Like if I needed to have one done.
We can have a die made, but we would probably tell you where to get it made.
Okay. Okay.
Because they're expensive.
Yeah.
A die like this is not so bad. Maybe $50.
Okay.
But a die like this,
Right.
lots of holes,
Right.
could cost easily maybe $300 or $400.
Okay. So something more complicated is about $300 or $400.
Some of them are quite expensive.
So cool.
We
show you the next step. This is a leather splitter.
Uh-huh.
We have 3 different ones here. And a leather splitter just does exactly what I said. It makes leather, it splits it.
It splits the leather. So basically it's making it thinner.
Right.
So this is a machine I would love to have, but you know, they're very expensive.
They got 125 grand. You can get one.
Hey, you know what? Everybody has 125 grand in their back pocket.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can have done here. These machines come from Italy. They make the best leather machines.
So apparently the machines come from Italy.
Now, let's
So,
feel this.
yep. So this is like a 5 ounce?
Identical.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to rub this through.
So he's going to run one through and then we'll do a comparison. Oh my gosh, that's it? That was how quick it was? I didn't even see him do it. Wait, I was looking at the camera.
Well,
Look
I'll
at
do it
that.
again.
Look at that. Wow.
So this is
Well, he's going to go thinner. Watch this.
pretty thin.
Wow. Look at that.
No.
Oh, I love this. Wait, I want to see. Can you see it? I don't think so. So in here really has to be a blade.
And this will just split this leather down to
Nothing.
almost a dollar bill.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible.
You see the
So-
difference?
When we run out of thin leather, we can take a piece of thick leather and make it thin.
Exactly. So, wait, I want to see this side.
These are like a giant bandsaw laying on their side.
Okay.
The blade runs in a big loop.
Okay.
So it's a very precision machine.
So let me ask you this, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. Okay. What was the first biggest investment you made when you made this, other than the store? I mean, the first biggest equipment investment.
A sewing machine.
A sewing machine was the first one.
That's
So
the
all
first
this here came after.
Oh, far after.
Okay.
Yeah. We bought a sewing machine, then we bought a little splitter. One that at the time cost me, I think I paid $1,000 for it, and I thought, this is almost the end of the world. Because $1,000 to me was,
A lot of money in the beginning of
it was a
it.
huge amount of money, but it paid for itself. And after
Sure.
we bought a splitter, then we bought a clicker press, like I cut those parts for you on.
Uh-huh.
And that worked. This is a big splitter. This one used to belong to the Herman Oak Leather Company, and that will split a full side of leather.
Wow.
The blade is 34 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so do you still have that first splitter that you bought for $1,000?
No.
No.
No. We had to go with something that would lend itself to more consistent production
Okay.
or consistent results.
Okay.
So we just had to. This is our next shop, which is our sewing room and also our research and development. And normally there's a lot of more people in here than there are today, but
Sure.
this is where the ideas come from. We sew a lot of leather.
So what do you? Okay, so you're not just a raw materials outfit. You're selling. You're producing. You're doing production work
Right.
to put out finished product.
Yes.
So like something that you sew, like a purse or a saddle or.
Well, not saddles so much, but we do produce wallet interiors.
Okay.
We produce a lot of those for people that can't really make their own.
Okay.
Because they're hard to make.
Yeah.
And we also produce belts for our retail store. We produce some handbags. We produce a lot of wallets. We produce a lot of small kits for people so that they can buy a kit, put something together themselves. And this is what contributes to that. I don't know how many sewing machines we have running here, 5 or 6 usually, about right, and then plus the ones in research and development.
There's just a lot going on.
I see that there's a lot going on.
Yeah, back in the corner, they cut leather parts for us for sale.
You see how this keeps on going? Oh, and here's our friend again. We're back. So.
But this is our belt room, and these are where our belts are cut, and we can emboss them with those rolls that you're looking at.
Isn't that
there.
cool? Look at those embossing dies.
Those
Love
rolls are a tad on the pricey side.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you sell those, or is it just for your
Just
production?
for our own, yeah. They can run anywhere from $300 to $700 easily per roll.
Sure. Now, did someone here design them? Or
Some, yes, I designed some. We have another crafter that works here Wednesday through, well, I thought today, but I guess he's off today. He designed a couple of the rolls, and we just come up with them.
Sure. Okay, so here's a question for you. Something that my audience is, curious about. So one of my bone of contentions in working with leather here in the U.S. is that everything is very Southwest centric.
Yes.
And it's really hard to find patterns or even dyes and things like that, tooling that is contemporary or modern. So
we have found the same thing. We're fighting that.
Oh.
We're actually working to make it so that, I don't know, I guess you'd say leathercraft, hopefully we're helping it to become more globalized.
okay.
I like to think of it like that. So we've been buying tools from a gentleman in, I want to say Bulgaria.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's right. At any rate, he's made a line of stamping tools that are different than what you see in the United States. And so that's helped. We also have picked up templates from China and Japan and some others so that we can get a little more, globalized, I guess, so that people have some different style choices.
So what's interesting is that I'm glad you said that, because I was about to say, so here's my experience, right? I happened to be in Taiwan on some business years ago, and coincidentally it was I was having dinner with some people and we were talking, and I happened to have a leather thing I had made, and we were talking about the things that I do, and I said, oh yeah, I made this, and they said, oh, have you been to the store in town? I said, and we were in Taipei. And I said, no, I didn't know there was a leather store. And sure enough, the next day I grabbed a taxi, took myself out to the store, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have found my place. Because everything in that leather store was contemporary and modern, which was really cool, because anything I've ever dealt with here in the U.S. has been Southwest. And no offense to anybody here, but that's not really my style or my look. So what I found, which was interesting too, was I found a book. And every pattern in that book was modern. And it was in Japanese. But I bought it, even though I don't read Japanese, but I bought it because it was, there was so many pictures in it that I was able to, of course, understand what they were trying to say or try to do, and there was patterns, blah, blah, blah. And you can't even buy it here in the U.S. Like, I can't even find that book in the U.S. on Amazon or otherwise to order it in for friends and whatnot. But even books here in the U.S. are all Southwest based. It's just sort of interesting.
Them are, we have, I think, one Australian, and that's pretty different in the approach to leather carving in itself. But that's about it. I would love to be able to carry more Japanese books, but it's difficult when you can't read it.
It is. But maybe we need to talk, because I've written books.
Well, and I have some contacts in Japan. So that has helped us considerably in the past. And,
Sure.
Who knows?
Okay.
So this also is our laser room. We have 4 lasers in the back there that really aren't very visible from here, but we keep those
Actually,
running
we can see those.
during the week, and we do laser engraving for people. Many people in this country have heard of Bass Pro. Well, if you ever go to one of their restaurants, there's a good chance you'll see our menu covers there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Very cool.
We do things like that. This is where our master leather crafter is. He has
Wow.
his shop here.
He's just finished up a pair of rodeo chaps that are gonna be the talk of some cowboy, I don't know, somewhere. Maybe they'll cause him to be talked about, whatever, but.
Look at all those
Oh,
tools.
he's got tools, and this guy is a wonderful guy. You'll see him on a lot of the videos if you haven't already.
Can I go on the other side? Is that
Sure.
okay?
Yeah, his name's Denny, and he and I have done a number of videos together,
Yes, I've seen him.
and he's just a wonderful guy.
That is a bench. That
Yeah.
is a bench to be jealous of.
It really is,
Uh-huh.
but he's been doing this for so long.
But look at, for all of our metal stampers who are watching, check out how they have their leather stamps. Oh, that would be cool. You know, now I'm thinking I need to build one for myself.
Yeah,
Something to
it's,
think about. Yes, I'm videotaping this for myself so that I can look at it later and maybe build myself a
Yeah, there's
bench.
a lot of products and stuff that he's produced here. Everything from simple to complicated. He's the one who built the saddle in the showroom. He's built guitar cases and what have you. And this is our class area. Normally he teaches classes here every Saturday.
Oh, so you can take classes here?
Yes, but
Okay.
for some reason he's not teaching today for whatever reason.
Well, maybe because he knew I was coming.
This is also where we, our employees are required to take a certain amount of instruction every week.
Oh,
So that's a big deal here. Is product knowledge is extremely hard to come by. So on a rotating basis, we have employees come back here 5 or 6 at a time, and another employer or employee sets up a course, and he teaches them how to do everything from lacing to tooling.
well, that answers a lot of questions right there, because quite frankly, everybody I've ever dealt with here was always been incredibly knowledgeable, and even the person I was working with today, I mean, there was no hesitation of information, and it was just so seamless, and they're so nice here. Oh my gosh, they are so nice here, and I love it.
Well, they're
So,
supposed to be nice.
they're supposed to be nice. Well, you know, I'm sure you could find a leather whip here to crack them into, you know, into being nice.
No, now, this part of our store may not be of much interest, but this is what we call the coffee shop.
Okay, so,
Basically, you can't see anything in it. We're just having lights put in, but there is a lot of leather in here.
wow, look at all that leather.
We call it the coffee shop because it was, before it was ours, a man and his son lived in here.
Oh,
And if you would walk in the door and ask for, the response you'd get when you came in was, "What do you want?" And
cup of coffee?
yeah, coffee. He said, "We don't sell coffee here." That's what it was. But he was selling a lot of bad stuff out the back door.
Oops.
And so we bought the building from the owner,
And you booted him out.
got rid of him, and that helped. So
Cleaned up the neighborhood.
this is the last of our locked warehouse.
Well, we can look in.
This is receiving, and we get any number of trucks every day, and these people will receive the merchandise, unload it, that's what the forklift's for, and they package things, and it's just kind of a big deal.
Okay, so let's see. We're gonna look at the outside. Look, it's so funny. Look, they have a big billboard up there with a puppy. I know, I already missed my puppy. Yeah?
That's another
Okay.
thing we have here throughout the week is several dogs.
Okay, so let's take a look at the front to let everybody know where we are. And then we'll finish up here.
Well, we can go in the sparkly side.
The what?
The sparkly side.
The sparkly side.
Yeah, we should do that.
I don't mean to rush you, but I'm running out of batteries, so we probably have about 5 minutes left.
Well, that'll be enough. We'll
Okay.
just cruise right in there and.
And if I lose you guys, I lose you guys. It is what it is. And this has just been so wonderful. Okay, so I guess I didn't realize. Look, it says Touchstone Beads. He sells beads too, people.
My daughter helped set up our beads store,
Uh-huh.
and she wanted to call it Touchstone Beads, so we did it. And I've never taken the sign down.
Okay.
Our sluice is running.
Did you guys see the sleuth? Look at that. There's the sleuth that we were talking about earlier. So you can come and do a little sluicing.
No mining.
So I never knew that there was beads.
This is the sparkly side of our store.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I totally
have-
passed by earlier.
I have been a rock hound ever since I was about 6 years old. And I can tell you, for one thing, it is a sickness.
Yeah, rock hounding is a
Sounds like
sickness.
many of your audience might know that.
No, they don't just know that, they are that.
Okay, well, I get that.
So I don't know if you guys heard that, but Kevin was saying that he's been doing this since he was little, and it's a bit of a sickness, and that maybe some of you might be able to relate.
It's not a bit of a sickness.
Not a
It is.
bit of a sickness. Yeah, it's a huge
We
thing.
sell a lot of specimens,
Uh-huh.
really cool specimens.
I see.
And our prices are such that a lot of people come here and buy wholesale from us, and they take it home and they resell it.
Yeah,
There's a lot of catered to.
look at that. So I take it you go down to Tucson
Yes, we
every
do.
year, have a little look.
We also have relationships with vendors in Brazil,
Uruguay, probably.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
These are cool because this comes from Missouri.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what do you call that?
About 1,500 feet under the ground in a lead mine. And this is dogtooth calcite with chalcopyrite, dolomite, and marcasite.
I've never seen that before.
There's more rocks that end with an ITE than you can shake a stick at.
Uh-huh. And so when did you add the beads?
Oh, I don't remember. We've had them for a long time. Close to 20 years.
Close, so almost about the time you opened.
Yeah.
Or-
But it wasn't like this. It's grown a lot.
Sure, sure. So, you know, for all those people who think that bead stores are gone, here's a humongo one that you need to come visit as you're driving through Missouri.
That's cool. But no more we did.
So cool.
Like I said, something for everybody. If somebody doesn't like rocks, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion.
I can't say I've met anyone who doesn't like rocks, but I'm sure.
We've gone to Arkansas, we've dug quartz. We were down there here a few months ago and dug these out. You got
So they're digging their own rocks. I mean, isn't this crazy? And apparently this was down in Arkansas.
But these are some that we dug out of a mine, and that was hard rock mining, I'm here to tell you.
I'm sure. I am
And
sure.
a crowbar and a rock hammer.
But it was fun.
Yeah, my wife and I, we,
Have you been up to Herkimer yet?
no, but I probably will get there eventually.
Well, if you ever drive up there, you'll swing in to see me on the way. 'Cause,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I'm in Ohio, but you got to sort of pass by to get up there.
Well, that would be good. I would enjoy that very much.
So-
But that's pretty much us.
Oh, and look, some high-end. I see tourmaline.
Oh, we have some
I see
high-end
some
stuff here too.
really great stuff here.
Yeah. Turquoise, tourmaline, there's opals. I have a bunch of opal that is so good.
Yeah?
And oh yeah, boy. All those little jars. I found a deal from a lady. Look at those. They are incredible.
Yeah, that's a nice piece there.
Oh, there's some.
Wow, look at those specimens in the back. Can you guys see that back
Yeah,
there?
there's some stuff you don't see much anymore because it's
No.
gone.
It's gone. Oh, look, but speaking of Herkimer,
There they are.
there they are. Well, Kevin, thank you so much for indulging me and everyone who's out there. And this is so last minute and impromptu, but it has been really wonderful. I'm cutting it off because I know I'm going to lose the batteries here. But thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys later.
You have to go show
Bye.